Welcome to Shiny Colors Fine Art Classes. This is Rashmi Soni here, and I'm back again with one more watercolor lesson. Before we start the painting, we have to plan the painting. Drawing is very important thing for any painting, and in this painting I did not draw in the beginning and I drew after the first wash. Keep seeing the full video. I'll tell you how we can draw directly. The second important thing, colors. So when we see the painting, this is an evening painting. So we need to choose the color that can show the glow of the setting sun and the darkness of the evening. So I chose deep yellow and orange for the glow, and the darkness, for the darkness I choose ultramarine blue. The third important thing is getting a desired gray. So I mixed orange and blue for making the gray. More of the orange when I need lighter gray and more of the blue when I need darker gray. So before we start the demo painting, we will understand the color mixing first with a small demo, and then we will give the full demo on a bigger painting. Let's start. So I choose yellow, deep yellow, orange and ultramarine blue. These are the three major colors I used in this painting. I generally used very limited palette in all my paintings, and this is little scarlet color that I had given in very little detail in my boards. I'll tell you that later on. So as I told you, in my all painting, either I do portraits, either I do floral, or I do landscape. I use very limited palette with very primary and very less secondary color. I make all my colors, all my gray, and I do painting. So here I started with ultramarine, orange and blue for the base of my painting. And then for the clouds, what I have to do, I have to mix orange and yellow for the cloud, see, and you have to give those washes while the paper is wet. So see, more of the orange when you need lighter gray, and more of the blue when you need the darker gray. And our strokes are falling downwards because little diagonal, because the clouds are flowing that way, and these are the horizon clouds straight. I posted one more harbor view earlier also. I'll give the link in the description box. You can see that has more of blue. That is also an evening scene, but that has more of blue color, and in that painting I chose more of. So now we have to start the bigger demo painting. This is little big painting. This is half imperial sheet of my 100% cotton 300 GSM LAN aquarelle paper, and I like this paper a lot. Earlier also in my many videos I recommended this paper for everyone. So I started in the middle, and I started with deep yellow color, and I had given little blue color after the yellow, and I left some space in the middle. The space I left because I don't want my blue and yellow mixed together, because when they mix together it will turn into green color. So I don't want that. As I told you in my beginning demo, we have to keep on adding the color to get the desired shade for our painting. So see now, for the clouds I am mixing orange and blue. That blue I am using, that is ultramarine. One more thing, I didn't tell this in my color shade video. For the base of the sky, I have used a little bit cerulean color, just very less cerulean color, just to get the base. Now to make the reflection, I am using the same color, ultramarine blue and orange, and making the same stroke. just opposite stroke to get the reflection in the water, because when we make the clouds in the sky, they are coming downwards, but when I'm making the reflection in the water, I'm going upwards, because it's opposite. Reflection is coming opposite. Now little darker effects, but my paper is still wet. So now I am starting for the boats, and now see, I did not draw earlier, but now what I'm doing, I'm drawing with the color, and what I'm doing, I'm just making the same shape first with my gray that is there, and I am trying to make the equal shape both the side with my gray and yellow. So see where the boats are getting glow, I left the yellow and orange color, and see, I am making directly. If you are not comfortable making directly, no worries, you can definitely draw with the pencil. Few boards I've also drawn with the pencil. You see, these boards I have drawn with the pencil, but not all. But if you are not comfortable drawing directly with the brush, you can definitely draw first, no issue at all. But your base, your first wash of the painting has to dry. You cannot draw when it is wet, because your paper will spoil. So see, these are all the things I am making directly. I did not draw, but I am trying to make the similar shape on the top, whatever there in the top, and whatever there in the water, whatever there in the base of the water, that is getting reflected. I'm using a thin brush to get the shape, and started the detailing on them. So slowly we will give the details. Making the windows of the ship and trying to get the same position where it is reflecting. You make these details directly with the brush if you feel that you are comfortable, because I'm comfortable, I'm doing. And if you feel you need to draw, you definitely draw with the pencil, because in that case you have a privilege to erase the pencil marks. But if you make it directly with the brush, you cannot erase it, and you will spoil your painting, because in watercolor we cannot give multiple washes. It has to be delicate and transparent, so we have to get the effect in a very limited washes. So better you do and make sure you do the correct drawing before you start painting. As we move, we have to keep on giving the detailing, and we have to go very patiently, very steady. We should not be in a hurry. Take your time and do the detailing nicely. So a bigger painting takes time. This is a very big painting, and you can see, you can relate with my hand. My hand looks small, and because I'm giving more the detail on the paper, so you have to be little patient and keep on giving the detailing slowly and nicely. It took me a full day, one full day, uh, to give those details. And a full day means I'm not working full day. I mean, I have my regular classes and other work also. So I started in the morning and I painted 1 hour, then I left it to dry, and then I again came and gave the detail. Then again I took some breaks, and then again give the details. So that's how it took me a full day. Generally I finish paintings in a day or two. I don't take so much time, but you can take your own time. Don't be in a hurry if you are making bigger painting and detailed painting, because it takes time. So you have to be little patient, and slowly and steady you have to go, and do not lose your patience. If it is not coming, do it slowly, do it at your own pace. So what I have done, I have just zoomed my camera so that you can see the detailing from near, how I have given the details. So for those details, we have to give multiple washes, not in one time. Bigger windows, then around of the windows, then the level, what is the front level of the boat, and then what is the second level of the boat. And to give those uh, poles of the ship, I used my scale. So I colored the edge of the scale with my brush, and then I used my scale to get the straight line. It is easier to give the straight line. Otherwise, if the lines will not come straight, your ship and pole will not look good. So you have to use anything else. I think a scale, everybody have a scale at home, so you can choose this. If you don't have a scale, you can use anything else also, like a old credit card or anything old straight thing that has a good edge, but it can at the same time it can get the color on the edge, so that you can put on the painting and get those lines. And few lines I am doing with my brush also. And we have to go slowly, and some slanting lines are there, thin lines are there, so I'm using my rigger brush for that, for using those thin and strings, those are holding that poles. So those lines are also there. So for those lines I'm using my thin rigger brush. Give more minor and very thin details. This is a Skoda 0 number brush. Very fine brush. I can get very thin line with that brush. And that is again 0 number rigger brush. This is a different company. That is a Bob Ross brush, rigger brush. That is also very good brush, but it is little thicker than the Skoda 0 number brush. So see how patiently I am giving the details and slowly getting the effects of my painting. Still there is lot detail to give. So keep seeing the painting, I am giving the details. So now I am giving the details on the reflection area, on the water area. So as I am giving the reflection, being water, it is not as it is, but the color will match, but I have to give little watery effect to make lines. So see, I zoomed my painting so that you can see the details nearby, and see those poles also. Now I'm not using a scale because the poles are little shaky. Due to water, they are not giving as a straight effect. So see, I'm using the brush, but I am little making zigzag thing. So but I am trying to get my reflection at this similar place where it is. See how I am making those division of the ship so that you can get the similar effect and mirror reflection in the water. Again those windows, reflection, and placing the similar object is a challenge when you do this type of reflection in the water. So go slow, go at your own pace. These lines also we have to give in a line manner, not in the straight like we were giving while we are doing on the top. Here also everything little shaky and zigzag thing because it's water. Water is also still, it's not moving so much, so we have to give uh, minor shaky details, not so much, because if it is moving water then we will make the different type of reflection, but as the water is still we have to make the similar reflection but little shaky so that we will get the water effect. Again we are making the finer line strings, those are connected with the poles, so those also shaky, so we are making shaky, but I'm trying to make the angle of all the strings and poles same, otherwise our painting will not look good. I am now zooming it out. So you can see the corner details how I had given. I'm measuring my things, and I'm using the scale so that you will get all the objects placement at the exact place. See, I marked with my scale, though I'm drawing directly, but to get the correct angle I used my scale so that we will not lose the place where we have to make the reflection. Now see how similar and how beautiful it is getting the effect. You see, I'm keep on assessing, keep on measuring my objects so that we will get the exact reflection. Now see, at this place I'm using that scarlet color. Little small detail on the ships are there, so I'm using the scarlet color, very less, very little bit. Some details are there that I'm just adding in my painting. Giving the depth where the bottom of the ships and water is connecting, so I'm giving little more dark effect on that. Still few poles and strings of the back ships are remaining, so I'm giving. You can see how beautiful those details are looking, but still we have to keep on giving, keep on seeing the details and how we can add up in our painting, and we can get our painting better and better, because as an artist we should not be satisfied with the details that we are giving. As details we can add, lot of details we can add, then our painting will look more and more beautiful. So again I zoomed my painting so that you can see how am I giving the detailing from the nearby. So the back ship is having little design, trying to replicate the same thing. Still I'm trying to replicate the windows and the design of the ship. correctly so that it will not look disbalanced. See, one more thing I wanted to tell you why I draw directly, because if you draw before also, and you cannot give so much detail on the paper, because obviously when you give the first wash, the details of the pencil will go, they will fade up. So you will put the time before drawing and then later on after drawing also. So that's the reason I saved some of my time, so that I can give the detailing directly. But again, that is again depends on how much comfortable you are in the drawing. So for me, drawing is very important. Every artist should practice the drawing thing again and again. And in my channel I have giving videos on drawing also, a lot of videos on drawing and lot of videos on watercolor. So if you are aspiring artist, and if you are or if you are a beginners, anybody, do focus on drawing a lot, because if you are good in drawing, you will excel in all medium. Either you do watercolor, or you do shading, or you do acrylic, or you do oil color, any medium you choose, but your drawing should be very very good. You should have a good command on the drawing. See how nicely I'm getting the accurate shape, you see, slowly slowly. So don't be in a hurry if you are making the same painting. And if you're making the same painting and posting on your social network, please give me a credit that you have chosen this painting from my channel. You can give my name Rashmi Soni, and definitely I will appreciate your credit that you had given to me. Again, I am measuring so that my spacing will not go wrong. We are almost there. Still giving the detailing, trying to match the things so that we will get the similar effect. See, still I'm trying to match those strings. So final details and final matching. Small detail. So keep a very good eye on those details. So if you see them nicely, then only you can replicate them. So seeing is very very important. Seeing those details, and you have to put them in your painting. That is very important. And see, still I am matching the shape. Just I am matching how those windows are taking place, so I'm just matching the space, measuring with my scale. Keep on measuring and keep on actually matching with the upper part that is there, because it is reflecting in the water, so getting the mirror image. And see how nicely it came. I'm so happy with the effect that it came in my painting. And slowly some darker details also at the last I'm giving. So I've showed you all the details and tricks how we can get the similar effect and how we can get a beautiful painting by doing patiently, slowly. Thank you for watching, my friends. Hope you like this painting. Thank you for watching my video. Hope you like my tutorial. If you like it, please press the like button and subscribe my channel. Do not forget to keep the bell icon on so that you will get notified for my future videos. And in my next video, I am going to upload how to start watercolor for the beginners and what will be the best material for you. So keep watching. Stay tuned. By that time, happy painting, my friends. Bye-bye.